Hey guys, how's it going? Stab9 coming right back at you, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some stuff that I picked up recently from SecondSpin. They had another pretty good sale on SecondSpin, and even though they did let me down a little bit last time, they made up for it by, by refunding me and then sending me a new copy of one of the things that I got that was damaged. So can't complain too much about that. However, because I did have a credit, basically that's the refund they gave me. They gave me a refund through credit. So because I had that credit on my account, I wanted to use it, and this discount that they had was a pretty good deal. And I managed to get some titles that I've been wanting to have in my collection for quite some time. The main one that I've been trying to get for a decent price has been Annabelle Creation. And I wanted to get this one because I hadn't seen it yet. I have now. I got it and watched it. But I hadn't seen this one yet, and the price on this one just would not drop below like $11, $10, something like that on Amazon for the longest freaking time. So I was just like waiting and 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 waiting, and years go by and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, and it just never dropped in price. They just would not drop the price, and it was driving me insane. Because I'm like, I didn't even hear that many good things about this movie. I haven't heard really that many good reviews of this movie. Why is it so hard to get this for a good price? I don't know what the heck's going on. So finally, I broke down and took advantage of this sale on SecondSpin, and I ended up getting this for, I think it was about $7 total. So $7, not bad. And of course, the week after I got it, it went down in price, of course, on Amazon to $7.99, and it's now down to $7.50, dropping like a rock, because that is exactly how things work with me. It isn't until I get an item for the price I don't want that the price starts dropping. Just like it isn't until I buy the item that I don't want, the DVD version of a movie, it isn't until I wait 15 years for them to put the Blu-ray out and then finally relent and buy the DVD copy of it that they decide to release the Blu-ray version. This is how the universe trolls me. So yeah, anyways, did watch this one, and I really actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Glad to have this one in my collection now. So yeah, finally have seen both the Annabelle movies, and now I can go into the new Annabelle movie and know what's going on, potentially. Kind of. Yeah. At least I'll have the frame of reference of having seen this. So yeah, very cool stuff. Next up is another movie I've been wanting to see just since it came out last year. And the price was never really terrible on this one. I think it started out at $15, and then, you've been able to find it for like $10 to $15 since then. But through this sale on SecondSpin, I was able to get it for like, I don't know, $7, $8, something like that. I think it was actually closer to $9. So I didn't save much money on it, but I still managed to get Mandy, a really cool looking horror movie starring Nicolas Cage. I mean, just from the trailer alone, I was sold. I've always felt like Nicolas Cage can do horror pretty damn good, but he never really does that much horror. So when I saw he was doing this movie, I was super excited, but got a very limited release in theaters, so I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters. So yeah, just been waiting for the Blu-ray to come out, and the Blu-ray finally did come out. And then I waited for it to drop a little bit in price, and finally just said, you know what, $9 is good enough. I want to see the movie. Oddly enough, I still haven't plopped it in and watched it yet. Totally need to get around to that. But one of the nice things is it came with the slipcover, and it has a reversible, has some reversible artwork here. So very cool stuff. Very nice release. There are some special features, just deleted and extended scenes and behind the scenes. That's it. But that'll do for me. I'm okay with that. That makes me happy. I'm just happy to have it and to have the nice snazzy slipcover for it because I got it fairly new or close to release, really. And it's in really good condition, so I can't complain. I think actually this was a brand new copy. It was like shrink wrapped and everything. Thing is, when you get something shrink wrapped from SecondSpin or also at like FYE, just because it's shrink wrapped doesn't mean it isn't used. It may be used. So I don't know if this was used or not. I don't really care because it's in like brand new, pristine condition. It was shrink wrapped though, so it may in fact have been new, and the fact that it came with a pretty much pristine slipcover also indicates it was a new copy, so yeah. Regardless, definitely glad to have that one in my collection now because that was one of those I definitely need to see. Next up, I finally got Captain Fantastic, which I saw on Amazon Prime. Through Amazon Prime's video service, because this is a movie that they helped to pay for, I believe, if I remember correctly. So that's why they had it on their service. But yeah, watched it and really enjoyed it. It's definitely one of those offbeat, a little bit different from the rest kind of movies. But I like those kind of indie movies from time to time, and this one definitely struck a chord with me as somebody who lived in Portland for a long time, lived in the Oregon area, and I've been around those kind of weird people before. I can tell you these kind of weird people do exist, and I don't know. I found it to be perhaps a little hackneyed, perhaps a little cliche and cheesy, but still endearing, I guess is the word I would use. It's a fairly endearing film. Still didn't want to pay a whole lot of money for it because I think it's like a 7 out of 10 at most, maybe more like a 6 out of 10. So whenever I see a movie like that, and I'm like, I like that and I want that in my collection, but I don't want to pay a lot of money for it. So I managed to snag this for like $5, I think, through the sale. So not a bad deal at all. Very decent movie, I will say, a decent film. So glad to have it in my collection. And I can't complain. Have no complaints. Yeah. Last but not least is another one I have been needing for my collection for a long time. Just been putting off forever. And these DVD sets are going to go out of print, and I'm sure this one may in fact already have been out of print. And it's just whatever's left is what's floating around kind of thing that nobody ended up buying, and when the last few of those end up getting bought, it's going to skyrocket in price, Friggin' scalpers. But I decided to go ahead and pick this up before it skyrockets in price. Got Max Headroom, the complete series on a DVD. Probably not going to see a Blu-ray release of this anytime soon, but it's still a really good series from the 80s. And this is a really good DVD set. It has a lot of special features in addition to the series itself in really good condition. It's a Shout Factory release. So even though I have in the past talked a lot of crap about Shout Factory, I've gone on rants about Shout Factory, I can't deny that they do good stuff. They do great stuff. So yeah, definitely glad to have gotten this. I can't remember what I paid for this one overall with the sale. It was between $10 and $15. I remember that much. And at that price, it's a pretty good deal because this usually goes for like $20 to $30. So to get it for $10 to $15, whatever it was a pretty good deal. Couldn't complain about that. And it came in really good shape. The only thing I'm disappointed in when I look at this is I'm disappointed in the fact that Matt Frewer didn't do more stuff. You know what I mean? Because Matt Frewer was a treasure. He was a fantastic actor, and I would love to see him in a lot more things. Just seemed to me like he didn't do as much as he probably could have done. So, yeah. A little disappointing, but I do remember his role and enjoy his role in Taken, the miniseries Taken. I love that show. It's a fantastic show. Don't know how many people nowadays would even know what the hell I'm talking about. It's one of those alien shows, guys, about aliens. Yeah, not to give anything away, but you know, it was a pretty damn good series. I think it actually came out originally on the Sci-Fi Channel in the early 2000s, and blew me away at least. It was like the first big role for Dakota Fanning, or one of the first big roles for her that really skyrocketed her career. I'm using that word too much, but really allowed her to get better roles, bigger roles, and other stuff. And you know, she went on from there to do a lot of great stuff. I don't know where she is now, though. You know, I can't think of many things that I've seen Dakota Fanning in recently. So I don't know. I'm hoping it isn't one of those cases where she just was like a child actor and decided not to do that anymore in her adult life. But you know what? If it is, that's what it is. You know, because you know people are going to make their own damn decisions about their own damn life, and I don't get to say anything about it. Same with Matt Frewer. Maybe he just thought, well, I got all these residuals from all the stuff I already did, and I make more than enough money off of that, so why bother making anything else? Who knows? I don't know what the story is behind him or Dakota Fanning. But I would expect that with Dakota Fanning, she probably gets better, maybe not better residuals than Matt Frewer, but I mean, I think she gets probably a significant amount of residuals. A lot of her movies still play on the television and whatnot. A lot of her movies and shows and whatnot that she did still play. So she's definitely getting them residuals. Anyways, that is the small little pickup that I got, that's a small little haul, I guess I would say, that I got from SecondSpin this time around to make up for the one that they screwed up. So I got Max Headroom here, I got Captain Fantastic, I got Mandy, and Annabelle Creation. Good stuff if you ask me, and that will do it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. Peace.